Okay, hello. Tere hommikust. And welcome to the second day of our orientation week. How you been? Have you already talked about weather to each other? Yeah? Then you are becoming like locals already. Today we have another round of presentations that will last until approximately 1:30. And after that, in between we'll have a pause. And after that, we will have a short picnic, 1 hour picnic, and DJ is kind of coming to the house as well. All right. Those who haven't registered yesterday, please do it this outside. Over there, you saw the table, and some of you saw that you already registered today as well. But if you haven't, you can do that later as well. We have live broadcasting going right now as well. So welcome to those who are watching us online, those that will be arriving to the university later, and they just simply didn't make it to the orientation week at this time. We'll be doing the question and answer session through Slido as well again. So we'll show you how to get into the Slido channel to ask the questions. It's another channel this time, so you will need to scan the QR code again. We can already proceed with the first presentation, and first we will talk about the academic regulations, and we'll get all the information about what you need for upcoming academic year. Please.
Good morning, everyone. As you know, we Estonians are very fond of our 4 seasons. If it's raining in August, then we call it summer rain. If it's raining in October, we call it autumn rain. So you see, it's very easy to make difference between them. In winter, of course, we wait for snow, but if it's raining, then it's winter rain. And in spring, as you can assume, if it's raining in April, then it's spring rain. But actually, yes, we are very fond of our 4 seasons, and there is a huge difference between them. But now to the academic regulations. My name is Katri Kadakas. I am a student counselor of the School of IT, and I'm probably going to present you the most boring part of the orientation days. It's called regulations, because nobody likes regulations, but nobody can escape them. So let's start, and hopefully you will find something useful for yourself to just keep in mind during your studies. As you already know, university is very big, very complex institution. We have 4 schools and Estonian Maritime Academy. When the schools are mostly situated here in this campus, then Estonian Maritime Academy is on the other side of Tallinn. So if you plan to take any courses there, you must be aware that, well, it takes time to go there and get back. But basically, it's, of course, if you're interested in some kind of shipping courses, why not do a free choice courses? All our study buildings have nice codes. You have already probably had some orientation here, so you know it. Please pay attention to those codes. For instance, IT college is ICO, IT building is ICT. The difference is 1 letter, but they are 2 separate buildings, and I think some 5 minutes probably walking in between them. So we have had students who just rush to our dean's office. Oh my God, my exam started at 10. I don't find anyone in the classroom. And then it turns out it's in the other building. So just to avoid frustration, make sure that you will run to the correct building. Also, the classroom has codes. The first part is the building I just showed in the previous slide. And the numbering part is, the first number means the floor, and the second part is the number of the classroom. So it should be easier for you to find the location especially in the beginning when everything is very, very new. Don't worry, you will find the correct room anyhow. Everyone has found it. In all schools, there are study consultants. The body of the consultants is called Dean's Office. It doesn't mean the dean is sitting there. It's the body for the consultants, and all matters related to your studies can be addressed to study consultants. If you need any kind of advice about your studies or some kind of letters confirming your student status, have any questions about timetable, your study load, what to do, what this kind of figures in your OIS mean, currently go to study consultants and ask about it. Especially if you face any problems, any questions, don't wait the problems to be solved themselves. They never do. If you have any questions, ask right away. We are there for you, to help you, to advise you, to assist you, to give you different options. The more you wait, the lesser options you may finally have. So we are there waiting for you, helping you in all your questions. And request, if you receive your Estonian ID card, or Estonian ID number, please inform your study consultant or go to the Dean's office. Then we can update the data in OIS, and you will have valid residence permit, especially for those who are from third countries. It means that, well, you are still waiting for your residence permit, but we have to mark and update it in OIS if you receive it. Now there is a list of study consultants. I'm going to, well, as you see, they are divided by schools and also sometimes between programs, so you know what program you are studying and you know to whom to turn to. And again, if you see that Estonian Maritime Academy, the address is in Kopli. And School of Engineering, one college is in Kuressaare, it's an island. So you can't take courses from there. Especially if you're, of course, student of this program, then yes, you can take the courses. There are some far studies, so you can just do them remotely. But if you just think that for your amusement, you want to do something for your free choice, definitely you probably can't take the course. Now, all the programs have also codes. There are 4 English language programs on bachelor level. The codes are provided here. And a list of courses provided for master studies. You see the code upon your matriculation because it's also part of your student code. Study information system, I think you already heard something about it, yes. It's a huge database, and we all have to use it. You use it, we consultants use it, academics use it. It's a basic tool. You just have to be familiar during your studies. And your academic life takes place there. You register your subjects there. If you need to get invoices, you receive invoices there. All applications should be done there. You see the timetable there, academic calendar, etc. And of course, your study progress, you see the failures, you see the grades, you see everything in study information system. In Estonian, it's õppeinfosüsteem. That's why I usually refer as OIS or OIS. But in regulations, you see it's SIS, it's Study Information System. So both are correct, but we usually say OIS. If you say OIS, then you know it's a Study Information System. I heard that not all of you are already matriculated. Those who are matriculated, you have already student code. Student code is very easy. It's a unique number generated especially for you. The first digit shows a year of admission, so you already know it's 25 for you. And the latter part shows a program you will study on. The same code as I showed in my previous slide. Please remember your student code. Write it somewhere. Or just if you go to Dean's office, log to your to the system and tell the code. Believe me, it's much easier to locate you if you tell the code. And also, if you give in any papers, tests, exams, whatever, send emails to professors to Dean's office. Also, together with your name, write the code. Because if you come to Dean's office, say, hello, I'm John. Hello, John. What can I do for you? I even don't know where you locate you. Is it John your first name, last name? Maybe it's middle name. Maybe it's abbreviation from Jonathan. It has happened so. Student comes, I'm searching and searching through the information in OIS, and I can't find him. Then I told, do you have some kind of document? Oh, yeah, Jonathan, fine. But if you say the code, you can be sure that you will get the correct grade and you will get the correct information because we know who you are. We can search in the system the information belonging especially to you, and we can help you. Access to OIS is very easy. Upon matriculation, you receive UniID. And with this UniID, you will also receive email about it with your password and entrance keys, so you can use it. If you have a Estonian ID card or already TRP, then of course you can log in with this, but then you should know the PIN codes. Now, all the important messages we send you, we do it either via the system or sending to your TalTech email address. The UniID also provides you the email address of the university. And if we use the official channel to send you any information, we consider it's read by you. So you can't later say, I haven't read it, I haven't found it, I don't know. Yes, you do know. If you open the email, you will have the information. Believe me, we are not sending you any advertisements, any kind of selling notes, whatever. We send you purely academic information, which is meant for you. So either you read the information in OIS, you will have a notice, okay, you have new message in OIS, or you will just get it via to your email and you will get the information there. It is important that you really follow these instructions we provide you. Now, if you access OIS, then you first have to agree with the contract. You can see the contract, you have to agree with it. If you don't agree with the contract, you can't continue in OIS, which means you will be dismissed because you can't do anything there. If you agree to the contract, then you can log into OIS. You can see your data, and please keep your personal data updated. If you will have a Estonian phone number, add it to OIS, because it might happen that we urgently need to contact you. It's much easier to just phone you and send you email, except that's well starting to just come and see where's your class will take place and then stand behind the door. So for this purpose, keep it updated. The same with the address. Now, the first tool you see in OIS, and you should be aware of, is a timetable. Timetables are created by schools, and you see all the lectures which will be provided during the current semester in the timetable. It's also coded, that means all the courses are divided by the schools and also by the program. So if you go to the timetable and see for instance, you are studying cybersecurity master, you see IVCM, this is the timetable for you. Timetables are built up according to academic calendar, which means next week will be the first week of academic calendar. And all the studies will start there. And the weeks are numbered. It's not the same as usual calendar year. You can see in timetable which is the current week, because some courses will not take place from the first week. You have to just check what the duration is. Some courses will start next week. Maybe some courses will start in week 9. Maybe some courses are provided in odd weeks. All the information is in timetable. And if you see in the code, there are also numbers. The first digit shows the semester, and the second number is a study group number. Usually study groups are formed according to alphabetic order. In case there are multiple specializations, then each specialization has its own number, and the timetables are divided according to this. If you have any problems or questions, turn to us. But definitely if you start clicking on this information, you will find that all the nice courses that are waiting for you, they are all listed in the timetable. If the course is not listed there, it's probably not provided during autumn semester. Sometimes on charts of the courses, it's marked autumn and spring. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily taking place during both semesters. It's still according to timetable, because the timetables are built up according to availability of professors, etc. It's again a complex process, but at the moment you need to know where to find the timetable provided to your study group. And one simple example, timetables are built up daily basis. You see the timeline, name of the course, whether it's in English or in Estonian, the type of the course, whether it's lecture or practice, professor's name, and the room where it will take place. You see, the example shows that the first 2 weeks, the course will start at 12. Starting from week 3, the course will start at 2. It's last year's picture, so it's not current any longer. And of course, you see the list of the study groups this course is meant to. If the letters are standing, that means it's compulsory for those courses. If it's in italics, it means it's optional. So if you see your study group there and it's in italics, it's up to you to decide whether you want to take the course, you take it next time, how you build up your study plan. It's optional. In optional modules, there are usually more courses than the volume requires. As I already referred to, the program is divided into modules, from broader ones to more specialized ones: general, core, special studies, and free choice courses. All your programs have modules. And the first thing you have to do is build up your study plan. It has to be done at the beginning of each semester. Not only first semester, but each semester. Even if you don't have any courses to take, you have to submit study plan without any courses. Because it's a sort of a contract with you and the university where you say, okay, I want to take those courses. You submit your study plan. That means the university has obligation to provide you those courses. If you forget to submit your study plan, you will be dismissed. But of course, we are nice people in dean's offices. We start to look for you, send you emails. Do you really want to get exmatriculated? Because you see, in the study plan, you can do whatever you want to do until the deadline. This semester, that means in autumn semester, the deadline is September 8. Before that date, you can do everything with your study plan. Save courses, submit study plan, retract it, make modifications, delete courses, add courses, save again. The last thing you have to do is submission. There is save and submit key. You have to submit. Then you see on the status line, submitted. We have students just saying, I did everything correctly. You see, send me a picture. You see, I have submitted my study plan. But the status shows incomplete. So I said, sorry, you only saved the courses, but you did not submit it. which means it's not submitted and we have to take actions. If something happens, you need to do any modifications after the deadline, or really before the clock closes, the dog eats your computer and you can't press the submission key, immediately turn to Dean's office. If you will already in some years facing your final semester, then also your graduation thesis or final exam should be recorded in the study plan. Don't make the tick to the final exam or graduation thesis box now, unless you are not planning to defend in autumn semester. It's too early. But you have to list all the courses. In some cases, teachers have right to decline your declarations. For instance, you want to do some computing classes as your free choice. But you see, computing means that you should have a computerized place in the classroom. And if it's meant for those students to whom it's compulsory course, then maybe extra students do not fit to the class any longer. Then it's possible that the teacher just says, sorry, we can't take you. Or if there are prerequisites for the course and you have not have them, then the teacher has right to, well, decline your declaration. And if this happens, well, there are many options. Maybe you are still entitled to take the course. And then you can turn to the teacher and the department will just, well, change this negative conclusion into positive one. You can take it. Or if you want to add something new, then take a written agreement from the teacher of the new course. Just send email. Sorry, I just, well, after the deadline, need to declare your course. Can I do it? The teacher says, yes, okay. Send it to a dean's office and we will add the course on your behalf. No problems. So don't panic if something happens. Turn to us. We will be there waiting for you. But don't wait that, okay, maybe some other course will jump to the study plan. It will never happen. So as a conclusion about study plan, if you declare courses, make sure that you take required amount of ECTS. Sometimes the courses sound similar, but they are meant for different study groups, for different levels, and provide you different ECTS. Make sure that the code and professor's name is correct. If you don't know whom to declare, go to the first class. That's a basic rule, actually. If you have, well, anyhow, you have to go to the first class because all module keys will be provided there. All subgroups will be provided there. Also information concerning the whole study of this specific course will be provided there. And then you can ask whom to declare, because maybe one is a lecturer and the other name, you know, is the one who is just providing the practical assignments. You should know whom to declare the course. Make sure it's correct. Again, if you just made a mistake, found out, turn to the dean's office and we will help to make the change. And of course, make sure the course is given in English. It might happen that you select a course, you are in a very, very hurry because the last minute is ticking. You are just pressing the button, submitting your study plan. You did everything in time. Then you go to the first class and oops, it's in Estonian. What do you do then? Sit down and start crying? Panic? Or turn to Dean's office? Dean's office, correct. It's again very simple. You just take agreement from the teacher who is actually giving the course in English, and we will make the change in your study plan. You can continue studies in English. It has happened. That's why, well, all the examples they are from the life. You can also do free choice courses. And there are some examples. You can study languages. The first Estonian languages with the course provided, they are free of charge. And additionally, the Center of Language and Communication provides German, Russian, Spanish languages. and they are for free. But if you want to take them, again, the basic rule, go to the first class, especially in case of languages, because there the subgroups are made. Maybe you already know something about Estonian. They are not a total beginner. You are probably more advanced level. There are very different students from very different background. That's why these very first lessons are meant to just build up the proper study groups. Yeah, it's there. And if you want to see more, you're welcome to visit the site of Language and Communication Center. And what you can also take is physical education. There are 3 different branches. You have to declare the course in your study plan. There are certain requirements. It's not so that, well, you declare the course and wait until the assessment comes. You have to attend 24 exercises. That means 24 times exercises. All the assignments are registered in the sports center. And finally, you have to just probably do some kind of evaluation. Again, the specific information is available on the website of the sports center. So if you don't like running around in our nice rainy weather, you are welcome to do some exercise in sports center. Study load. I assume that most of you will start your studies on full study load. And if you have, well, full study load and you study free of charge based on your origin and your citizenship, then there is a set of rules which must be followed by you. The study load is recalculated once a year after the academic year, and it's based upon the credits you have achieved during the year. It's very easy. If you will have more than 45 credits after the first year, you will continue on full study load. If you have less, then you will be transferred to partial study load, which means your studies will be payable. Studying beyond the partial study load requirements, that is 15 credits per study semester, is not allowed. If you don't do anything and you haven't accumulated enough credits, that means if you do less than 30 credits during the first academic year, you will be dismissed. During the first semester, you have to do 15 credits. It's a requirement for all levels, for all types, payable, free of charge studies, bachelor's, master's. You have to do 15 credits here in Taltech. It's not covered by transferred courses by April. If you think you are well wise enough and then transfer 30 credits from your previous studies, then you will be dismissed, because we look for 15 credits which are performed here. It's a rule only for the first semester. After that, the normal accumulation takes place, and next semester we will not look for 15 any longer. But the first semester you have to do. If you declare 30 and fail 20, you will have 10 ECTS and you will be dismissed. That's a solid rule, and yes, as I said, regulations are to be obliged by all of us, by you, by us, so there is nothing we can do any longer. Now, to make your life more amusing here, students studying on free study on free of charge have to study on nominal load, which is 30 credits per semester. You declare 30, you pass 30, all is fine. 6 credits from the nominal load can be left undone. You declare 30, fail 1 course, you will have 24, all is fine. If you have more than 6 credits undone, you will get invoice for the undone credits, which is below this 24. For instance, you declare 30, fail 2 courses, you will pass 18 courses. It's more than 15, which means you continue in the list of studies, but you will get invoice for 6 undone credits. 24 minus 18 is 6. All the credit points, yeah, they are calculated cumulatively. That means if you do 24 during the first semester, all is fine. But after the next semester, 2 semesters, 30 credits multiplied to 2 is 60. 6 can be left undone. You should have 54 to avoid the invoice for undone credits, which means if you do 24 during the first semester, you definitely need to do 30 during the second semester, because it's always added up. If you do more, if you do 60 during the first semester, then of course your life will be much easier during next semesters. But of course with this load, well, usually students won't manage with this. We have had students who just declared 100 ECTS and we just sent it outside, say, okay, now you delete half of those and then come back. Because, well, it's unrealistic. But really, these are the regulations you should know. If you face something that, okay, you might have some problems, you can always turn to Dean's office and then we can hear what are your concerns, maybe give you advice, because it's, well, possible to do the exam twice. Maybe you can just talk to the professor, ask some well, prolonging of time, whatever. There are different possibilities. But yeah, if your final grade will be failure, then it might happen that you have to pay for the undone credits. Now, academic calendar, it's a tool I already referred to. It's built up for each academic year. And you see all the important timelines in the academic calendar. Beginning and end of semester, declaration deadline, you already know, what was it? September 8. You see also holiday deadlines. So if you want to plan your holidays in your home country, then you can just see where this kind of trip can be made. Examination session deadline is also available. It's somewhere in the middle of January. If you go and then defend, then you just should know that the defense deadlines are there, when the defenses should be done, etc., etc. So all our life in university goes according to academic calendar. And as I told, there are two semesters during the academic year. Do you hear me properly? Yeah. Autumn and spring semester, and one semester consists of 16 weeks of classroom and practical study, and after that there will be examinations. And autumn semester, as I told, will start on Monday, and declaration deadline is a week after, September 8. Please be sure that you really submit your study plan by that date. And the classroom sessions will end in December 20. So basically the holiday is Christmas time. If you want, you can just visit your home country. Usually the exams are all done in January. In some cases, the professors might do the exams earlier. Again, you will be notified about it. If you can do the exams and present your final papers earlier, your holiday will be longer. And the autumn semester will end in January 25, and the spring semester will begin on February 2. There is a week in between the 2 semesters. Well, anything happens to you, again, you can just take this week if you want to visit your families, or you just take your time here. Now you have nicely submitted your study plan, started the studies, feeling happy, doing parties and studying and doing some more parties and studying again, and oops, already the study period is over and the exams are coming. Registration to the exams is mainly via study information system. Well, sometimes professors might tell you otherwise, then just, well, follow the instructions the professor says, but all the exam dates should be nice and you can then register to specific exams you like to. Your declarations are valid for 1 semester. That means if you fail a course, you have to declare the course again, especially in case of compulsory courses. You can do it as a student one more time in case you failed a course. If you failed optional course, it's up to you to decide. If you want to take this course again, declare this course again. If you want to take some other course, take another course. The main thing is that you fill the module. And during the declaration, you have like 2 attempts to do the exam, but only according to the actual timeline provided. So if you go to the exam at the very last provided time, then there is no room for retaking it. So if you hesitate, well, take the first possible attempt. If something happens, you have 1 more attempt to pass the exam. And again, that you can redeclare a course not passed. Sometimes students ask, okay, I received 1, I want to just do it again, but the system does not allow me to re-register. Yes, because you have already positive grade. If you want to upgrade your grade, you have to do it for free via Open University. It's possible, you just go to university, declare the course there, pay for the course, and if the grade is bigger, you will transfer it to your studies and you will have a higher grade. But you can't do it as student via your study plan. Clear? Assessment. There are also different types of assessment. It's very easy, okay, you just do your studies, go to the exam, get your grade, done. So if you think that you are smart enough and you just don't take part of any lectures or practical assignments because you are the wisest person in the world, you just go to the exam, it might turn out that you are not allowed to take the exam because there are prerequisites for passing the course. There are certain sub-timelines, certain assessments, certain assignments you have to take throughout the course. And then if you have fulfilled these requirements, you are allowed to take the exam. Or it might happen that there will not be any like physical exam because the grade is built up according to what you have done throughout the course. And as to non-graded assessments, it's the same that you have to fulfill all the tasks and present the final paper or whatever assignment it is to the deadline, and then it's assessed, and whether it's done, you receive A, or there will be some kinds of laggings and you will not receive assessment, it will be then not assessed. If you go to the first classes, all this will be explained also. All these assessment criteria, how the course is built up, it's explained during the first class. And especially I advise you to just take part, even if you hesitate whether I want to take this course or another course, go to the first class, ask all your questions. And then you can just find out whether you want to take, in case of optional courses, maybe there are multiple options, you don't know which one to select. Go and check all of those, just to make a decision which courses really you want to take during this semester and will pass and get the grades. Assessment is very easy. Where the grades are provided for exams, then from 1 to 5, they are all positive grades. and you will get the course passed, you will get the credits. 0, if you receive 0, then it's failure, and you receive no credits. And in case of non-graded assessment, A means passed, and you'll receive the credits, and well, fulfilling the module you need credits. M means failure. If you declare to the exam and then don't go, then it's not attended, and it means MI. Again, it's sort of failure because you didn't pass the exam, and either you have to do it again next time, or you do the second attempt if there is still room, or in case of optional course, next time you can select another one, because before the graduation, all your study modules should be fulfilled. Now, recognition of prior learning. It's a tool meant for transferring suitable courses from previous studies. And the rules are there. Now it's again changed a bit. That means if you want to transfer elective courses from your bachelor studies, then you should know that if you had bachelor's 180 credits, you can't transfer because you can't empty your bachelor. In case of compulsory courses, yeah, it's possible to transfer. If you have done something extra, or you have not, well, you have probably started maybe somewhere masters, now continue to here masters, then you have special courses or continuing education or work experience. Yes, it's possible to transfer those courses. And also credit points transferred via APL, if it's successful, they will be counted to your study load. And in most cases, APL is for fee. Now something new, as we all know, nice thing, or whatever it is, AI, artificial intelligence, is marching into our lives. And the university tries to sort of regulate the use of AI. It can be used in some activities you do. Source of inspiration, well, you just want to refine your ideas. For translation purposes, you can use AI, but you can't use it to do your job. And it's also explained in the classrooms by the professors. So if you think that you will just hang out and ask AI to do all the job for you, you will probably be accused for plagiarism and you will be punished for this. So if you have any questions about AI, turn to the teacher and say in what amount it's possible and how to just document it so that you will not be punished in plagiarism. Because as you will be fully responsible for your studies. Now, if I already confused you a lot, then there is a nice tool, a student portal, designed especially for students. And use it. You can log in with the UniID you receive, and you will see all the information concentrated into this portal. You see your student code, you see your own timetable. Sometimes you need to fix your own timetable yourself, then do it, but then you see it in student portal. If you press on the room code, there should be a map, so you know which direction to run. You see your declarations, you see contact information, links to Moodle courses, and also your grades will be there. So it's a place where also information will be transferred together. So use it. You can also see the menus if you don't, which cafe to go. You can just peep beforehand, okay, there's meatloaf I like, I will go there. Additional information you already know, student help desk. You can always ask all the questions about also life in Estonia or basic information. And of course, study regulations, they are available If you want to read more, all the information I told now is actually referred also in the study regulations. So enjoy your studies, and now it's time for questions.
Once again, it was very comprehensive and very useful information. Here's our Slido code. Okay, there's no QR code, but anyways, you can just type that code in a Slido, and you will get in. You can ask questions there, or you can also ask questions from audience. Just raise your hand. Okay, there's already a first question.
How would I have access to this presentation?
Yeah, presentations will be sent later as well. Yeah.
And
it
they
will
will
be
also, I think, on the website.
on the website. They will be uploaded as well. Yeah. So I had a question about. I'll ask firstly about let's say the elective courses. You mentioned that in a case of a failure of a course, you will get the invoice for the according to the credits. Does it apply to compulsory courses, or it applies to elective courses
All
as well?
the courses which you pass are taking altogether. It doesn't matter if you fail elective or compulsory course. We look for the credits you have achieved. They might be only elective ones. Why not? If you will have, after the first semester, 24 credits passed for elective courses, all is fine. Only in case of free choice courses, the load we're looking for is the amount foreseen in your program is usually 6. So if you do more in free choice, then they will not go to the load. That means if you think that, okay, I study IT, but actually I like chemistry, I will take all the courses in chemistry, they will all end up in free choice module, and you will have problems. Now, one more advice. Sometimes it might happen that the teachers will tell you, okay, we don't have this course available, which is foreseen in your program, but instead of this course, you take another one. For the system, the other one goes to the free choice because it's not listed in the course list in your program. But you have the agreement of the teacher. If you have passed this kind of course, turn to Dean's office and we will shift it to the correct module. Because the courses, even if the teacher says, okay, it will go to this module, the courses will not jump themselves. They are not rabbits. You have to tell us, okay, I have the permission of the teacher to take course A instead of course B. You send us the agreement and we will transfer the course to the study module, which means you will have nicely course in a right place. Although it was initially in the free choice. But again, don't forget to inform us.
Thank you. In Slido also you can see the different questions that you might be already been there, and or you have a question that already was asked. You can just upvote and I'll read those first, okay? There's like a like button on the right side. I selected subjects, but my timetable is extremely mixed. It shows that I have the same lesson 4-7 times a day at different times. How can this be fixed?
Well, there are different options. Maybe you did not ask the system to generate the timetable for you, but started to pick the courses yourself. It might happen that the system shows all the courses provided for Estonians, for English students, for different study groups. Remember the timetable I showed you. If you see the column, I will just go back to the timetable. You see the column consisting of the group numbers. You have to find your group number there. Maybe the same course is provided for different study groups, and therefore the system might show you all the different versions. You have to select to your own timetable those you are really going to take. The same might happen for practical placements because usually for practical placements, subgroups are made. but it's done during the first lessons. And then you just leave in your study, in your own timetable, only those which are referred to you. Delete the others.
Would students' mark affect amount of credit points? For example, if student got 1, would it be enough to get credit points?
Yes, as I told, 1 is positive, a positive grade, and you will get your credit points.
I would like to go on an exchange semester during my studies, but would still want to complete my studies in 3 years. Would I just take more ECTS per semester?
If you go to studies abroad, then the requirement is 15 credits which you should bring. You can do more. You can just do the whole load abroad, do 30 credits abroad, and you will have already like the nominal requirement fulfilled. But in case of semester-long studies abroad, your studies here will be like prolonged for the semester abroad. Only in case, yes, if you bring back at least 15 credits, you will like receive extra semester here.
There's a question that was also asked yesterday, and it's often asked as well about the overlapping courses or the in the timetable. After submitting a study plan officially recommended for first semester, some lectures overlap in timetable. What to do in this case?
It might happen also in case of elective courses or optional courses, because it's possible that, well, you have to pick either one or another, because as to electives, it's your choice which courses you take. If you want to take both and there is really overlapping, then one thing is just to turn to the teachers and find out how the course is built up. Maybe the lectures are recorded, so you can just, well, follow them later. And maybe you can, again, as I told, the subgroups are formed during the first lessons. Maybe it's possible to take those subgroups which suit to your timetable. But if you just, well, go to the study information system, study plan section, and generate your own timetable automatically, let it do it by the system, there should not be overlappings. But of course, if you want to take courses for your free choice or want to do multiple optional courses to study modules, yeah, it might happen. Turn to the teachers and then try to just, well, sort it out. It should not happen very, very often, but yeah, in these cases, or if you want to do something for your free choice from another department, it's very possible, but again, we can't avoid overlappings this time. As I told, turn to the teachers, and maybe it's possible to just do some work electronically, so you just don't need to be physically in the classroom. If one teacher says, yes, you should sit in the lectures all time, and the other one says, well, they will be all recorded, you're welcome to just follow them, then you know what to do. You can take both, but you know that there are different methods of passing them.
One question about the subgroups. Does the first week already have subgroups, or how do you know? How do a student know which subgroup he or she belongs to?
Go to the first class available in the timetable, and then the subgroups are formed.
If one fails a course, either compulsory or optional, can you retake it in the following or any other semester?
You can take it again during the next semester when it's available in the timetable. For instance, if you fail a course in autumn, but it's not provided in spring, but then you have to wait 1 year, declare it again next autumn and pass it.
Can one take more ECTS, the credit points, in one semester to compensate for lower number of credits in another semester?
Absolutely. You're welcome to study. And as I told, all the courses you take extra in study modules will be taken into account in the load. In case of free choice, all the courses will be recorded, but to the load, only the amount foreseen for the free choice module is taken into account. But yes, if you find courses in your optional course modules, because usually all the modules are either compulsory ones or optional ones, And if you find more courses in optional modules, they will be all taken into load. And of course, you're welcome to pass as much as possible if you manage.
If you can repeat once again, how many credits should a student on a fee-based study declare in the first semester? Paying a fee.
Paying student.
Paying student.
A paying student first semester 15 credits, and if you just if you have semester fee, that means you pay the semester fee. It's up to you how many you do, but you can't do below the part-time load, that is 15 credits per semester. If you, for instance, are studying in IT, the semester fee is 3,000. If first semester you do 15, the next semester you do 15, all is fine, but you anyhow receive semester invoice. With it, you can do either 30 or even more. If you are started on partial study load and you will get invoices based on the credits, again, it's up to you. First semester, you must have 15, but later on, it's up to you to decide how many you do, but you can't do it below the partial study load, that is 15 credits per study semester. But you can always do more, no problem.
Thank you. And the last question for you today. Why does it matter if you get 1 or 5 in your assessment? Is it poor or excellent?
All the, for your, measuring your performance, we use this kind of thing as a weighted average grade. It's credits multiplied to grades and add it all up and then divide it to the total of credits. If you receive 1, then of course your average grade will be lower. It's sometimes important for applying for scholarships. Then we seek for the average grade. But if you just want to do your studies as quickly as possible, receives all ones, you will get the credits, fill all the requirements for concluding your studies. You will be allowed to go to the final exam or do the final thesis, and you graduate, even if you have all ones. But yeah, if you want to get any favorites, like scholarships, then of course average grade will be an issue. But basically for us, it doesn't matter. Yes?
I want to know the differences between students, like, for example, it's at the end of the year and a student has 30 credits and the other one has 50 credits. What's the benefit of having more credits than
Next year you will have, you need to do lower amount of credits because they are always added up.
Yeah, so if I need 30 to pass, then the extra 20 will go to the next...
They are always added up and then calculated cumulatively. For instance, if you do 60, 30, yeah, for the first year, you mean 50 for the first semester?
No, like
if you do 50 for the first year, then you will have invoice for credits because 54 is a requirement. Nominal load is 30 credits per semester. After the first year, it's 60 credits. If you do 50, you will continue as a full load student because it's more than 45, but you will get invoice for 4 credits. The one who makes 30 credits will be transferred to partial study load and will get invoice for 1424. Yeah, 24 credits. But it's always calculated cumulatively. That means all you do is added up. The more you do now, the lesser you should do next time.
Okay, last question then.
Is there a limit of how much credits you can take per semester?
As much as you can.
Even for fee-based programs?
Sorry?
Even for...
Yeah. If you have semester fee, you can do whatever you want to do with this sum. Because you receive the semester, for instance, you are so good that you do your studies in a lower amount of semesters. You are master or bachelor? Bachelor. That means your nominal is 6 semesters. You can end up for 5.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, next we will move to the presentation about residence and work in Estonia. I would like to pass this registration or attendance form for this, and please write your name, last name, and signature as well, and pass it to another person next to you. Floor is yours.
So, hello everybody. I'm Victoria, and I'm a migration advisor of the Police and Border Guard Board of Estonia. And I'm happy to welcome you to Estonia as students. Moving to a new country is exciting, but there are some important migration rules you need to know to make your stay easy and stress-free. Today I will talk about the basics, like what documents to prepare or how to follow the local migration rules. And don't worry, I'll make it simple and easy to understand. By the end, you will know what steps to take so you can focus on your studies and enjoy your time while exploring Estonia. So let's get started. Today I will cover the rules for the citizens of the European Union, the rules for the citizens outside of the EU, like they have different legal bases to stay in Estonia, like visas and residence permit, and I also explain where to turn if you need help, if you have some questions later. So I will start with the rules for the students from the EU. By the way, how many of you we have here? Students? Okay, so for you, everything is easy and straightforward. You have the right to stay in Estonia for up to 3 months in a row without any registrations at the Police and Border Guard Board. You have the right to work in Estonia and to work and study from the first day you arrive here. And if you need to stay longer than 3 months, you have to obtain right of temporary residence, which is issued for 5 years. And to do it, you just need to register your living address at the population register of Estonia. You can do it like through a local municipality, for instance, or International House of Estonia. Once your address is registered, you get Estonian personal identification code and obtain this right of temporary residence for 5 years. And after that, you need to apply for Estonian ID card. To do it, you should turn in person to a service office of the Police and Border Guard Board and submit the application. The booking of an appointment is not required, but if you want to avoid queues, we advise to do it, and you will have to select service number 1 in the booking calendar. So you register address, apply for your ID card, get it within 30 days after submitting the application, and that's it. You can reside, work, study without any problems. And now I'll explain the rules for the students from outside of the EU. The things are a bit more complicated for you. You have different legal bases to stay in Estonia, like depending on your nationality, you may have the right to stay in the Schengen area, included Estonia, for up to 90 days within a 180-day period. There are C-type visas, short-term visas they are also called Schengen visas. They also allow to stay for up to 90 days. Then D-type visas that can be issued for up to 365 days. It's like long-term visa. Then some may also have temporary residence permit or visa for study issued by another European country, which also allows to stay in Estonia. So if you have a temporary residence permit or a visa issued with the purpose for study from another European Union country, and this residence permit or visa is issued in accordance with the European Union directive and has marking student on it, and the country that issued this visa or residence permit has adopted this directive as well, then you have the right to stay in Estonia with the purpose for study for up to 360 days, but no longer than the residence permit or visa from another country is valid. So if this residence permit or visa is valid for like less than 360 days, then you cannot stay 360 days. And it also allows you to work in Estonia, but the main purpose of your stay is studies. So you can work if the employment doesn't interfere your studies. You may ask what basis to choose, visa or residence permit. The general rule is that if your stay should last for up to 1 year, then you should apply for a long-term D visa. If your stay should last longer than a year, then you should apply for a temporary residence permit that is issued for the duration of your nominal study period. And for degree students like bachelor, master, or PhD, often used in combination. So before coming to Estonia, they apply for a D visa, and they come to Estonia, start their studies, and then apply for this residence permit already here in Estonia. So how to apply for a D visa? As you are already here, I will not explain how to apply via Estonia, foreign representation of Estonia via embassy. So when already in Estonia, you can apply for a D visa at a service point of the Police and Border Guard Board of Estonia. To do it, you definitely need to have at least 10 business days of your legal stay in Estonia. If you have less, the application will not be accepted by the Police and Border Guard Board. So you have prepare all the necessary documents before going to this appointment. The booking of appointment is not obligatory, but we recommend to book it if you want to skip the queues. It's service number 8. So as I already explained, you need to go there at least 10 business days before your current visa or visa-free stay expires, but not earlier than 2 months before it. And before going to the appointment, you have to complete pre-application form at in the electronic environment. You will have to take a photo at the service point. You need to have your passport with you and a valid health insurance. And the documents, evidencing the purpose and course of stay, it's like invitation from the university in your case. And the state fee of 120 euros can be paid at the service point in cash or by card. And by signing the application form, you confirm that you have enough monetary subsistence. For students, it's 800 euros per month. You have to prove that you have this and that you have the accommodation in Estonia. You don't have to bring these documents with you, but if the case handler needs to see them during reviewing of the application, then you have to be ready to provide them. Now I'll explain about residence permit. As I already mentioned, residence permits are issued for the period of your nominal studies. If for bachelor students, it's like for 3 years, normally masters for 2 years. And you have to submit this application in person. And we advise, when you're already in Estonia, we advise you to do it immediately. If you already know that you are going to stay more than a year, that don't wait until your right to stay expires. Otherwise, you may be obliged to leave the country. Processing of the application takes up to 2 months, and I can tell you that now it takes like minimum 2 months. So just don't wait. And to submit this application, you definitely need to make a reservation. Without reservation, residence permit applications are not accepted. It will be service number 4 in the booking calendar. And after the decision regarding the residence permit is made, positive decision, I mean, your residence permit card will be ready within 30 days. Here you see the list of the documents you have to prepare before going to the appointment. You need to fill in all the application forms in advance. If you go there with empty forms, the application will not be accepted. So you have to fill in 4 forms: a completed residence permit application form, then form of details of your close relatives, biographical data, and an additional form. Then you need to bring your passport. A photo can be taken at the service point, and you also have to pay the state fee. It's 225 euros, by the way. And by signing this form, you also confirm that you have this sufficient monetary subsistence, again, 800 euros per month, and that you are insured according to the Section 120 of the Aliens Act of Estonia. The amount, the minimum amount of this health insurance is 6,000 euros per year. And the educational institution, the university, has to send digitally signed invitation by email to Police and Border Guard Board by ppa@policy.ee. So it's very important to know that submitted initial temporary residence permit application form doesn't grant you any additional right to stay in Estonia. So if your visa expires before the decision regarding the residence permit application is made, you will have to leave the country. So the visa, make sure that your visa covers all your stay while the residence permit application is being reviewed. Should you need any additional stay, then at least 10 business days before your stay expires, you apply for D visa, additional D visa in Estonia. So you don't have to apply separately for this residence permit card. It will be issued automatically if you get positive decision. And students in Estonia have the right to work, both with this D visa for study, or if you hold temporary residence permit for study, you are allowed to work. You don't need to apply for any additional permits, but make sure that this employment doesn't interfere your studies. You have to study at the full-time load. The main purpose of your residence, if you have this residence permit or visa for study, is study. So if you fail to complete the study program to the extent required to hold a residence permit for study or a visa for study, or if you interrupt your studies, the validity of your residence permit expires, ends 30 days after the failure to complete the program. It's not nobody will decide whether to revoke or not to revoke. It will be ended automatically. So the university informs the Police and Border Guard Board that you don't complete the studies at the required extent, and residence permit is ended. So be accurate with it. If anybody wants to invite their family members, for instance, anybody is married and would like to bring their spouse to Estonia, so you can invite them on the basis of a D visa, because to invite them on the basis of a temporary residence permit, you need to stay in Estonia for at least 2 years based on a temporary residence permit for study first. So yes, you can invite them on the basis of a D visa, but under general condition, not the same conditions as you. It means that they have to show monetary subsistence in the amount of 70 euros per each visa day. It means if the visa is for 1 month, it is 2,100 euros. For 1 year, it's 25,000 something. So yes, you have this option. But if anybody wants to invite children, it is possible to invite them based on a temporary residence permit as well. I explain a little bit what options you have after your residence permit, just residence permit, not visa for study, expires. If your residence permit for study expires with the expiry date, it's not revoked or ended before, then you will have additional 270 days to stay in Estonia. You will also have the right to work during that period. But you will not be a resident of Estonia anymore. You will not have this residence permit card for that period. If you need to travel during that period, you will have to apply for a visa sticker to your passport. And you will also have an option, the possibility to apply for another temporary residence permit. For instance, if you find a job, you may apply for residence permit for employment for up to 5 years. For business, if anybody starts business, who knows. And there is also a residence permit for settling permanently in Estonia. It's possible to apply for it directly after residence permit for study, only for PhD holders. If you have a bachelor or master's degree, you have to stay first on a temporary residence permit with another basis, like for employment or for business. And about that visa sticker for 270 days, you can apply for it at the service point of Estonia. You don't have to book an appointment. It's issued within 3 business days. You just go there, write an application in free form, take a photo, pay the fee of 30 euros, bring your passport, and then, yes, you get this sticker, and you can travel during 270 days. And if you submit another temporary residence permit application while your residence permit is valid or during those 270 days, then your stay in Estonia will be legal while the application is being reviewed, even after those 270 days. But you will not be able to leave and re-enter Estonia, because for that period we don't issue any visa stickers. But you will be allowed to stay and work as well. So now I explain who are migration advisors. This service was launched on the 1st of March 2017. This project is co-funded by the European Union and in association with Asylum, Migration and Integration Fund of the Ministry of Interior. So we speak, all the migration advisors speak 3 languages, Estonian, English and Russian. We give all advice in 3 languages, and there are 7 migration advisors now in Estonia. 3 of them are in Tartu and 4 in Tallinn. And migration advisors also advise by phone all business days from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The demand for our service is very high, so sometimes you really need to wait on the line to get through. But if you are patient enough, we answer all the calls, even if you dial 1 minute before 3, so we will answer your call. It's this phone is better for the quick questions. But if you have if you need more thorough advice, you may ask for an online or a face-to-face meeting. Online meetings are available through Microsoft Teams. Face-to-face meetings we do in Tartu and Tallinn, and both online and face-to-face meetings have to be ordered via email. You send an email to migrationadvice@politsei.ee and ask for a meeting, either online or face-to-face. Specify, in case of a face-to-face meeting, where you would like to have it, in Tartu or in Tallinn, and we offer you available times. You can also book appointments via International House of Estonia. We we consult there every Tuesday and Thursday, both online and on place. Also offer their face-to-face meetings. So should you have, you can also send us your emails with your questions. So if you have any doubts, do not hesitate to ask. It's better to ask on time than get into trouble. Sometimes foreigners turn to us too late when we cannot help anymore, so they have to leave the country. And we have several sad stories. I guess you don't want to become one of those stories. So that's it from my part. If you have any questions, so I'm ready to answer.
Thank you very much. Your questions are welcome again in Slido. We already have a few questions here. And again, if you see the question that you would like me to read out, upvote it so it will jump in the top. As a new European Union citizen, I received an Estonian ID card already. Does that mean that I have the right to stay? Well, yeah.
Yes, it does. And you can also use this free public transport in Tallinn.
Yeah, if you registered as a Tallinn resident.
Yes, if you registered in Tallinn.
Can you start employment before you receive your TRP?
No, you cannot. You have, unless you already have a D visa for study.
Okay, so with D visa you can
D visa for study.
for studying.
purpose.
Okay. Internship.
The same. If you don't have a D visa for study purposes, for instance, you are staying here with your like Schengen visa or visa-free regime, then the employer has to register short-term employment for you. They have to apply it at the Police and Border Guard Board for internship as
Also
well. There are different conditions for this short-term employment registration, but it has to be registered. If you have visa for study purposes, then yes, you can start your employment.
Making a reservation for TRP is full in Tallinn for a long time. Do you recommend calling to see if there are any additional appointments, or how to get through?
Unfortunately, it's not possible to book via like phone. You may check other like cities. It's not obligatory to apply in Tallinn if you reside in Tallinn. And you can also check the calendar every day in case anybody like cancels their appointment, and then you can book it. Yes, now there are very many applications being submitted, so.
Some of the migration offices or the police offices in other cities might have appointment time already, like tomorrow. But you just, there might be more simply spots in other cities, right? If you.
Yes, we have. You can also submit applications like you can submit in Tallinn, Tartu, Pärnu, Narva, Jõhvi. So if you find any appointment there, you can go. If you don't mind like traveling about 2 hours, then you can do it. You are allowed to do it.
Once we are issued the TRP, we are now no longer required to renew our D visa for second year. Yeah.
Yes.
You don't need
Correct.
that anymore. How long is the TRP valid for non-EU citizens? It's the nominal.
It's a nominal time of your studies. If it's a bachelor, it's nominal time of studies, six semesters, as I understand. And it's like the TRP is issued for 3 years. In case of masters, normally for 2 years. It depends on the time mentioned by the university on the invitation.
So I have D visa currently, an appointment for November. What other things do I need to go through after I have done all the papers?
For how long is your visa valid?
Yeah, it depends on how long is the visa
Yes.
valid.
You have to make sure that you have the right to stay during the time your residence permit application is reviewed. So maybe you will need to apply for the extension of your D visa. And before going to the appointment to submit the residence permit application, definitely fill in all the forms in advance. With empty forms, the application will not be accepted. You will just waste the time. You will have to book the new appointment.
Okay, question there?
Your nationality is you applied for
the TRP.
For temporary residence permit, you mean?
In another city, yeah.
So after that, I'm gonna have the ID and the residency permit, or
You will have because
so in another city, I applied for this ID, as I'm guessing now it's like residency permit.
You already applied via embassy for this?
Yes, in one police border. I don't remember the name now, but it's in another city. It's not in Tallinn because the places were not available here. So that's like after. I mean, this procedure is gonna get me the residency permit.
If you applied for residence
yeah.
permit,
Even
in
though
ca-
now I have D visa, so it's possible to get this permit.
yes, if your studies should last longer than a year,
Yeah.
and the university issued you this invitation for the study period, like for 2 or 3 years, then yes, you can apply for this residence permit. The Police and Border Guard Board will review your application. If necessary, they will ask you to provide additional documents or information. You have to check your mailbox like regularly, in order not to miss their questions. And if everything okay, they make the positive decision, they issue you this residence permit, and after that, within 30 days, you will get this residence permit card. It's like ID, and you can also, if you are registered in Tallinn, by the way, after getting this residence permit, you will have to register your living address within 30 days, within 1 month, and if your address is registered in Tallinn, you also can use this free public transport.
Thank you.
So also, I believe the question was about like if you have the D visa and at this time you get the TRP, like you have at the same time, right? The D visa and the TRP. So you just then this D visa expires and you continue with the TRP.
Yes, you continue with this TRP.
Yeah, and for the public transportation card, maybe this will be mentioned later today at the presentations as well. That you need to. When you already have a residence in Tallinn, then you can apply for it online. There's a separate page, and then you can get the card and use it in the public transport. It will register it already when
Just
you tap it.
beep
Yeah, when you tap it, it will register you as that you are a resident of Tallinn. Yep.
Sometimes when there are cases when, for example, you apply for temporary protection, you get the personal number right away, but the physical ID card after 2 weeks or 30 days. Would the services related that uses this personal ID number work without this physical ID card? For example, applying for visas in other countries, for example, in UK, you can do it here in Estonia, but you would need your passport and the permit of stay in Estonia. Or you need to wait till you get the physical ID card in order to use such services.
I cannot comment on the requirements of other countries or of the embassies of other countries. I can tell that in Estonia, if your personal ID number is required and you already have it, you may provide it. And but if you need to sign something digitally, some documents digitally, or you need to sign in to some websites, you cannot do it unless you already have this physical card and codes to sign. After that, after you get this physical card, you can also register for Smart ID, for instance, and then you can sign documents without this physical card. It's very comfortable. It can be used in your mobile phone.
There's a question about traveling with a D visa in and out of Estonia while you have a D visa and you haven't, let's say, received your TRP yet.
Okay, if you have Estonian D visa or residence permit, normally you are allowed to stay in other Schengen area countries for up to 90 days within a 180-day period. And it means that in all the Schengen area in total, It doesn't work like 90 days, for instance, in Germany, 90 days in Spain, 90 days in total. You have to count back 180 days and count how many days you already stayed in other Schengen countries. It means that the time you stay in Estonia is not counted there because here you stay on the basis of Estonian visa or residence permit.
And also, I'll add about the traveling that if you are a non-EU citizen and your visa has expired, or let's say you had the 90 days in 180 days earlier, and this also has gone, and you only have now Estonian TRP and your national passport. When you're traveling to another country, you need to have both a TRP with you and a national passport. So this.
Yes, this. Residence permit card is not a travel document. It's it can be used together with your national passport. It's like a visa. It's with it you just prove that you have the right to stay in Estonia. But without passport, your travel document is still your national passport.
Yeah. Because we have had these kind of cases, let's say, even going with a Lux Express bus to Riga, right? And
even within EU,
yeah,
you need to have both your national passport and your residence permit card.
Yeah, so the driver might deny you entry into the bus even if you don't have both TRP and a passport with you. So with the TRP only, it's not allowed to travel. A few more questions. I have a document confirming my financial ability to study that I did for my D visa in July. Can I use it for the TRP in October? Same document confirming financial ability that was used for D visa before. Can it be used for TRP?
But all the documents you submit will be evaluated by the concrete case handler of the application. They will see it, and if they need, if you have to provide any other document, you will be asked to do it.
So if this financial
it also depends on the kind of the document. For instance, sometimes parents confirm that they are going to support you while you're staying on the basis of a visa. And they don't specify that they are going to support you while staying on the basis of the residence permit. That's make sure if how they write this confirmation.
Yep, there's a question here.
Estonian ID, what do you mean this?
So when you register for the ID, you're getting a different thing from when you register for a TRP, right?
TRP, you are non-EU citizen.
Yes, I'm not EU citizen.
Yes, so if you apply for this TRP, temporary residence permit, when you get it, you also get this physical document evidencing this. You mean if you apply for Estonian personal code, you mean, what do you mean by ID?
Yeah.
Identity document is this residence permit card for you, and it will be issued only in case if you apply for a temporary residence permit and if you get this positive decision regarding the application.
Yeah, so you applied
you cannot get this document separately without residence permit.
It's the same.
You can, if you are a non-EU citizen, you cannot apply for this Estonian ID card without applying for temporary residence permit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you applied also for temporary residence permit when you applied. So it wasn't just
Maybe
for a document.
Maybe you already applied for this residence permit.
Yeah.
And identity document, but non-EU citizens cannot apply for this Estonian ID card.
So the decision was already made that you receive the TRP, or you haven't received that kind of email yet? Okay. Yeah, because...
So if you call us, we can check what exactly you applied and... Just. Unfortunately, now I cannot
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, of
I
course.
need our database, the
Yeah.
access.
So basically, when you apply for TRP, then you receive identity.
Yes.
Then you receive the card later as well. So
Yes.
it's not like.
So only EU citizens, yes, after registering their living address, they apply for this identity document, ID card. But non-EU citizens cannot do it without a residence permit application.
Yeah. If you would bear with us, we will have like just 10 more minutes and we'll go on a pause. Okay, we'll take a few more questions. What is better to have, TRP issued by for study circumstances or international protection? In the case, let's say, if you are, let's say, Ukrainian citizen in this case. What's the difference?
Like with this residence permit for study, yes, you're allowed to study here and you're allowed to work, but only if the employment doesn't interfere your studies. And if in the future you decide to apply, for instance, for a temporary residence permit to settle permanently in Estonia, the time you resided on a temporary residence permit for studies will not be counted towards the required time. And if you have the international protection, you are also allowed to work, to study, to work without any additional restrictions. Maybe it will not be issued, this international protection, the first time it's issued for 1 year, it can be extended for 2 years, it cannot be issued for the whole period of study for 3 years. And the time you reside based on it will be counted towards the required time to apply for this temporary residence permit to settle permanently later.
Okay. Yeah.
Procedure of obtaining this identity card through
Actually, if you apply for this international protection, the card will be issued only when the decision regarding your international protection is done, the positive decision. Normally, the personal codes are issued when you when the decision is made. The decision regarding the international protection is made within 3 months. And actually, if you have questions regarding international protection, we have separately international protection advisors. You can find their phone number on the policy.ee website, and it's better to call them. Migration advisors advise on visas and like residence permits. Yes, we can give some general information about international protection, but if you have more questions regarding it, it's better to contact international protection advisors.
One question: what one should do in a case if visa expires and the residence permit decision has not been made yet?
Okay, if you see that your visa is going to get expired, and you doubt that the decision regarding the residence permit application comes on time, you should apply for the D-visa extension. And you have to do it at least 10 business days. It means 2 weeks before your visa expires.
Okay. How many months of funds have to be shown for residence permit? Do I need to show, you need to show the funds for all 3 years? Let's say if you are a bachelor student.
Normally, actually, when you submit the application, by signing the application, you just confirm that you have these funds. And then later, if the case handler has any doubts, they may ask you to provide documents proving it. Normally, they ask like bank account statement for 6 months, for previous 6 months. You don't have to show that you have all the amount like of money. In case of visa, if you're applying for this visa, normally, yes, you have to prove that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. There's another question again. That there are no. What happens in the case if there are no free appointments left even in the other cities? But this, how often does that happen? That you cannot apply in Tallinn, and then there are no also no spots in other
You
cities
just
left.
have to check every day. And in September, there will be opened appointments for December. So you
Okay.
have to check, maybe you can book for December. And even if you book like an appointment for November or December, you can still check every day. Maybe somebody cancels their appointment. You can take it then, and but make sure you cancel your previous appointment because maybe somebody will need it.
Okay, we can take a few more questions and wrap it up. Can I apply for TRP again on study basis after completion of program at the university? Well, in the case if you get into the master's program, then you can
Then sure, you can apply for a TRP for study again. If you are again accepted to an educational institution in Estonia, you can apply for this TRP for studies again.
Yeah. There's a few questions about the family form. Should we include all the family members in this form, which comes with the application form, like siblings or just parents?
Okay, I will explain it. So you definitely have to include your parents, your siblings, yes, your spouses, ex-spouses if you have, and children. And in case of parents, even if they are passed away, you have to include them.
Okay. Where can I look for apartments if I have a D visa but still waiting for TRP? As for the apartments and accommodation, again, there's the university accommodation, the dormitories, if you haven't applied for those yet, and that's still an option. Or there are a few websites that we can give you later as well that where you can check different apartments. But there's a question over there as well.
Okay. You just put their names and the data you know. If you don't know their address, you just leave it empty or just put this dash.
Should be emphasized at the meeting
No,
with.
if you just don't know, if the case handler has any questions later, they will ask you.
They will ask themselves.
Yes.
But mainly there's the information like the when it comes to the family members, there's the names, birth.
Normally their names, date of birth, maybe
date.
contact information like address, email, or like phone number. But yes. And of course, you can include anybody you consider like close for you, important for you. You can include even a friend if you consider this person really important for you.
Okay, is there any question in the audience? Yeah.
No, you can select Tallinn, yes. It's you are not obliged to travel to that city to collect the card. Actually, all the documents are printed in Tallinn. It's even easier to.
Then they are
send
sent
it-
to
yeah,
other places.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, one more question.
Actually, if you like just go to the service point, it will not help you. The residence permit applications are not accepted without appointment. So just like check the booking calendar.
Yeah. So yeah, there's no like this kind of line that you know
No.
that you can just stay there, you know,
No.
yeah, come to the place. Needs to be appointment.
Because it's like it requires quite a lot of time, so they don't take these applications on spot. So.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Thank you very much. Thanks for your presentation and answers. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now we'll go on a short pause. We'll return back at 12 o'clock. Please be back at 12. Thank you.
And let's start the second half of the day. As you can see, there's been a bit of a change. My name is Kadri. I have studied in TalTech, done both my bachelor's and master's degree, and now I work as a chief administrator of the intranet. I still try to be part of TalTech student life and everything it has to offer, and I hope I can give you an insight into this life as well. Just a second, I will try to get it open. No, yes. Okay. The questions, you can ask them after the presentation, but so you don't forget them, you can already enter them into Slido, and then we can take a look later as well. I will start with the Life in Estonia presentation, and then after that we will hear about exchange studies, and the third and the last presentation of today will be about the International House of Estonia and its services. And then after that we can chill, have a snack, enjoy some music, talk to fellow students, and end the day. So won't be that long, I promise. Okay, I actually have been your shoes as well. In 2023, spring semester, I tried out the Erasmus program, and I spent a semester in Hungary, in Sopron, where I was studying wood technology. Sopron is actually has like 60,000 citizens. It's right next to the Austrian border. And well, everything was totally new. The country, the language, the lifestyle, everything. And I had the time of my life. I was traveling a lot. I made a lot of memories, but you know, the starting was quite difficult. Hungarians are really cool, really nice, but they don't speak English that well. So I had to figure everything out by myself or with my friends. So I tried to give you a little insight into Estonia and TalTech and why we do things the way we do things. So it would be a bit like quicker and easier for you. Let's start once again. You probably do know where Estonia is because you have arrived here, right? But just to go back a step, Estonia is in the northern hemisphere and in northern Europe, right next to Russia, Finland and Latvia. And it has been a never-ending question. are we part of the Nordic countries or Baltic countries? So I think it really is that way that we want to be Nordics, but we are Baltics, and some people really don't like to think about it that way. There's around 1.3, 1.4 million people in Estonia, around 1 million Estonians, around 300,000 Russians, and then some other nationalities. We speak Estonian, this is our mother tongue, but we also speak English pretty well, and older people speak Russian because of our history. Estonia is a member of European Union, NATO, and Eurozone, so we do have euros. Around 50% of Estonia is forest, and we are one of the least religious countries in the whole world. So short about our history, perhaps you already know something or you have researched, but I guess it all started with Vikings and pagans, and then we were under the rule of the Teutonic Order, Denmark, Sweden, Russian Empire. In 1918, we declared independence, so the 24th of February is the most important date in our history and during the year as well, which we celebrate. Then after that, we were occupied by the Soviet Union, then the Nazi Germany, once again by the Soviet Union, and we regained our independence in 1991. And then the 20th of August is the second most important date. This year, we celebrated 107 years of independence. If you stay with us, then next February, we can celebrate 108 years together. Then I just wanted to, do a quick test or a small research. If you know any names like person names or businesses or initiatives that have started in Estonia, you can, just raise your hand, nod, I don't know, say something, make faces at me, so I know that you know the names that will appear in the screen. So let's start with Bolt. Yes, okay, that is a popular one. I was hoping. Skype. Ott Tänak, the rally driver. Okay. Wise. Familiar, very good. Kelly Sildaru, she's a skier. Rally Estonia. Okay, some do know. Very good. Kalev, the chocolate. Manufacturer, yeah. Anett Kontaveit, tennis player. Cleveron, making parcel machines all over world. Carmen Kass, supermodel. Good, some know. Arvo Pärt, the composer. Okay, perhaps you have heard him, his pieces. World Cleanup Day was started in Estonia. Yes, very good. Kaia Kanepi, also a tennis player. Skeleton Technologies, supercondensators, yeah. E-government. Okay, very good. Some do know. Kerli Kõiv, the musician. Currently in the United States of America, if I'm not wrong. Or wait. Kerli Kõiv, yes. Margus Hunt. What? I'm seeing two slides, so I'm e-voting. Okay. Okay, let's do e-voting. Yes, okay, perfect. Then Kerli Kõiv, already covered that. Margus Hunt. Playing American football. Felix Mustard, really strong and, hits you in the face when you hit it. Marko Märtin, also a rally driver, perhaps a little older. And Reet Aus, making sustainable clothing and textiles. Okay. And Estonia Piano Factory. Okay, someone knows. Good. Well, all these people, businesses, initiatives have come from Estonia or related to Estonia. So good, you do know your basics. Okay, let's moving on to the capital. The capital of Estonia is Tallinn. We are in Tallinn, and it's situated in the northern coast. Tallinn is the best preserved medieval city in the northern Europe, really pretty. And you definitely need to check it out during your time in Estonia. There's around 500,000 citizens in Tallinn, and there's a map of Tallinn. There's TalTech you can see, and I've also marked down the airport, the cruise terminal, and the railway station, which is called the Baltic Railway Station. So you can, get an idea where everything is. And this is TalTech. Did you have like a campus tour kind of thing yesterday? Or did check the campus out a bit? Yeah, the dormitories are also here. Everything is nicely together, really convenient. Okay, so you do know where you'll be studying. Let's talk about the living situation as well. I have lived, when I was studying, I lived in the dormitory for 4.5 years, so have a bunch of experiences, and I've had many roommates as well. The dormitories, when you move in, it's like quite plain. I have to take my own pillows, duvet, tableware, pots and pans, my personal items, clothes, everything with me. So they have like a basic furniture there. But you can make it cozy. It doesn't have to be like this plain and boring the whole time that you're living there. It's your home for this time. So make it nice. Introduce some plants, put up some like pictures or posters or some trinkets, personal things. Make it your own, that you feel good. You can't make any like permanent changes. You can't color the walls. You can't drill any holes in there. It's prohibited by your contract, but you can make it your own. Make it cozy. Keep it clean. And nice, because it's your home, but it's also someone else's home that is living there with you. So be mindful as well. It's a really nice thing that comes with the dormitories. When you have like some kind of a problem, the light bulb needs changing, there's like a leaking faucet or something, you can just let the dormitory administration know, the technician will come, change everything, so you don't have to worry about that part. Now I'm living in a rental apartment. Perhaps some of you are living too or considering it at some point. Definitely need to do, more research about that, find the perfect place for you, draw up the agreement, the contract. Also, you need to, keep it clean. There's probably no technician. You need to change the light bulbs yourself. Something needs fixing. You need to be you need to work it, or like you need to fix it yourself, or you need to find someone to fix it for you, or you can talk to the owner, work out a way. Probably no permanent changes can be done either if it's not agreed with the owner. But it's probably more private. You may have more room because the dormitories, the rooms are pretty small, like good enough, but the rental apartment probably has more space for you. So it has its like pros and cons. Then let's talk about food. The food in Estonia is, I would say, rather expensive compared to our wages. So I myself try to save up by buying the discounted products. Doesn't mean that they're like going bad or the expiration date is close. The stores just do the discounts to get people to buy some stuff that they have more, or invite them to the store. So this is how I go about it. I've also marked down the closest food stores, different chains in this map that are close to TalTech. So you can take your pick. The opening times of the stores are usually between like 7:30 to 9, depending on the store, and they close around 10 p.m. So you have quite nice amount of time during the day to shop whenever you want. Some stores are open 24/7, so if you have a craving at 2 a.m., you can go and buy it. The stores in Estonia are also open on weekends and holidays, which is something I was used to, and then I went to Hungary and I discovered that they do not have that. and it was really confusing at first. Then I marked down some words in Estonian and their translation, so you understand what they're saying on the signs on the food stores. Yeah, then I was thinking, what do Estonians eat, to give you some basic examples. And then I discovered that everything that you see on the slide I have in my kitchen, so I guess I'm a basic Estonian. Definitely milk, sour cream. Maybe you've seen some like memes about it, sour cream and dill. Estonians put it on everything. Yogurt, of course we have our fresh vegetables, potatoes, carrots, onions, cucumbers, tomatoes, apples, depending on the season, what we have. We love our meat, our eggs. Yeah, and while you're in Estonia, definitely try out our national cuisines. So black bread, must have. We do have also white bread, if you prefer it, and then we have something in between that is called sepik. But the black bread is like the basic Estonian thing. And we make like a special sandwich, which you can see in the left top corner. We have the black bread, we put boiled egg, then a fish. We have like small fish. We have two types, räim and kilu. I am not sure how they are in English, sorry about that, but you can buy it in the store, can't go wrong. Fish, and then some green on top, and this is our national sandwich that we definitely eat on the Independence Day, and then on the Re-Independence Day, and then when you have your birthday you can eat it, so whenever you want to. Then during Christmas, because Christmas at some point are coming, we have the fermented cabbage with the blood sausages and potatoes, of course. Really traditional dish. Then we have kali, which is like a fermented drink. It's sweet, dark, really nice. It usually does not have alcohol in it. So I really like this one. You can try it out. You can buy it in the store, in the pubs, bars. So they have like, a bottled version, and then the ones you can, like a tap version, or a bit different in taste probably, and quality. Some people say that the bottled ones are not right, but go about it however you want. Then we have the Shrove buns. Usually we eat it on the Shrove Tuesday, but the stores start to sell it already in January, and then after Shrove Tuesday as well. A sweet bun with whipped cream, and sometimes they put some jam in it as well, like a proper dessert. I think they have it in Nordic countries as well, like in Sweden and in Finland too. And then in the top middle, we have kama. It's like a fine flour made of beans, peas, and some grains. They're ground up, and then you can mix this flour type of thing with either milk, sour cream, whipped cream, whatever you want, and then you can eat it just like plainly as a dessert, or drink it, or put some berries or jam in it. Some people say it's like totally weird, but it's really nutritious and it tastes nice. Especially if you put some like sweet thing in it, like sugar or honey or something. And then, tap water in Estonia, wherever you go, if it does not have like a specific sign, do not drink, tap water is drinkable everywhere. In cities, in the countryside, so you don't have to worry about it. If it's not, there is like a big sign always up. Don't need to buy it in the store. Okay, so the food stores usually have some basic items that are not food as well. Socks, underwear, some cleaning items, soap, trash bag, something like that as well. But if you want to like do a proper shopping, then you can go to some shopping malls. These are closest to TalTech. We have Magistrali, Mustika, and Mustamäe Center. Google Maps helps you out. Yeah. Then transportation. You can walk always, or you can use a bike or skateboard or scooter, and then you can go whenever, wherever, even if it's in the middle of the night, yeah? If you're using a scooter, however, please ride alone, wear a helmet, mind the other people around you. We've had some really like nasty accidents with scooters during this year and like a couple of years back when they've become like more popular. So be safe. To put Tallinn into perspective for you, if you want to go to the city center, and if you're walking, it takes like an hour and a half to the city center. So perhaps it makes more sense to use public transport, buses, trams, trolley buses. Google Maps helps you out, or I've also linked the timetables and routes webpage here as well. If you're using public transport, you need the public transportation card, which we call the ühiskaart or green card because it's green. However, I think the new design is something that is not green, but well, basically it's a plastic card and you can go and swipe it in front of these like validators that have the orange ring around it, because the bus driver, no bus driver is selling you a ticket today, basically. You just go and swipe your card. You can get this card from the kiosks, our kiosk. One is in TalTech as well. Perhaps you've seen it already. It's in this 4th building, ground floor. The door is open. So you can go there, buy it. You can also put money on it. And then you can go and swipe it and you're good to go. Please keep in mind that every time you enter either a bus or a tram or trolley bus, you need to swipe the card. If you're, going to the other side of the city and you need to change buses, you need to swipe every time. Doesn't mean you're like buying a ticket every time. You're just saying that like I'm riding again now, and the hourly ticket is applied during this whole time, or the day ticket, or however, whichever ticket is okay during the time. The system is computing that during the time, but you need to swipe. And if you're a Tallinn citizen, if you have registered your place of stay, then you get to have the free public transport. Now, if you want to go outside of Tallinn, you can use buses, Lux Express, or you can use the trains. We call them, because they're orange, we call them carrots. And yeah, you can take the trains to bigger Estonian cities. The buses go to smaller cities as well. So it depends on where you want to go. And about the public transportation card, the same card actually works in most of the other cities as well. So when you want to go see Tartu or Pärnu, you can just use the same card when you are moving around in that city. You don't need buy another card or something. Okay. When you're not studying, sleeping, eating, then you probably want to do something as well. You can do some kind of sport. We have this TalTech Sports Center in the campus. Perhaps you've heard about that, or you will get to know about it. They offer some sports courses, which is really nice. You can go to the gym or play basketball or volleyball or table tennis or do some group trainings, and you can also get your credits for that. Or if you don't want to go to the sports center, you want to do sports privately on your own time, outside perhaps. Behind TalTech, there's like a forest and this really nice nature, quite a lot of room, and many nature trails. So you can just walk, run, do your own thing. There's a couple of outside gyms, I think. People are playing disc golf. And when there's winter, you can also go and ski. So really nice. And because the winter is coming, we need to talk about winter sports, of course. Yeah, we have cross-country skiing. You can go and skate. There's Männi Park, which is right across the roundabout. And this park, usually they make the the skating rink there every year. So this is, I guess, the closest one. You can go and skate during winter. If you find a hill and you have something like a sledge or something, you can go sledging. And of course, the national sport is building a snowman. Whoever gets the biggest and the prettiest snowman is the winner. Okay, and having fun. In Taltech, we have more than 35 student organizations that are organizing some kind of events, get-togethers, activities, whatever you like. Or you can just go and chill with other people. So we have different events from students to students, and then we have events from the university to students. For example, the legendary campus party, which is on the 5th of September, and you can already buy a ticket. And basically the campus party is about celebrating the university's birthday, which will be a couple of weeks later in September. We will have a formal ceremony as well, but you can already have like an informal party together with students, staff, alumni, or friends from other universities or outside. So like a really big thing. But there's also always a but, yeah. When you're having fun, when you're attending the events, or perhaps at some point in the next years you're already organizing some events, mind the place and the time and everybody that is around you. Dormitory probably is not the best place to have a party, especially during the nights, because other people living there and want to sleep. So you can book a place or a room in the university. You can go outside to some other places, so everybody is feeling good. And during that, keep yourself safe. When you go with a friend, come back with a friend. Perhaps you need help at some point, and then your friends will be there. If you have an insurance, if you have a European insurance card, good, perfect. However, Taltech advises you to have like additional insurance, so whatever happens, you're good. Just in case, find out where is your closest embassy. May not need it. When I went to Hungary, I looked it up for myself. Didn't need it, but just the thought that if I need it, I already know it. I don't have to start looking for it at that time. It can be reassuring. In Estonia, we have the free emergency number 112, which you can call if you're like in a trouble. You don't know what else to do, you don't have anyone else to ask, or they don't know, you can call, it's free. Doesn't mean that they're sending the police or ambulance or fire brigade right away. Sometimes they just hear you out, give you some advice, and you're good to go. But it's free, and you can call them. And also mind the signs. Under 18, you can't drink, you can't smoke. There can be no public drinking and smoking. Definitely no drinking and driving, or doing drugs and driving. This is a no-no. No drugs at all. And, be mindful of people around you. If you're not sure, you can always ask. But yeah, keep yourself safe. And about, I was saying that the winter is coming. Around half of the year in Estonia it's dark. So reflector is a must-have to be seen by drivers, by other vehicles or travelers. So I think if you've already gotten your goodie bags, then I think they should have a reflector inside. At least I heard about it. So use it. Otherwise, the child, it will be looking like that, totally black, and it will be dangerous for you and for someone else. Okay, all days are not good. Some days could be bad, or you're not your usual self. And I mean, if you've been outside, it's not a really nice summer weather anymore. It's pretty easy to get the cold, right? So if you get sick, who helps? If you're having a simple cold, a bit of a fever, not that much, some other minor health concern, you can go to the pharmacy. You can't get these pharmaceuticals or pharmaceutical drugs or pills from the usual stores. You need to go to the pharmacy. You can buy them from there. They also consult. You know, if you have any questions or any worries, you can go just to the pharmacy and ask the receptionist there, you know, I have this and that. And then they say, yeah, just take these pills or this syrup. Or if it's like, you know, gets worse or changes, you need to go to the family doctor or, you know, do this and that. So they also know some things. Got sicker. I don't know, fever for several days, coughing really bad, something hurts, or you need a vaccine or something. A doctor will help you. Even if you don't have a problem right now, you can already check out the family doctor list. You can, if you will be here for a longer time, you can already sign up with the family doctor. You know, when you have a problem, they will be there, and you don't need to start the whole process then. There's also the family physician advisory line, and they answer in English every day from 9 to 5. You can also ask help from there or advice. And then when you have an accident or you get very sick, where to go then? You can call 112. We already talked about that, yeah, free emergency number. Or you can go to the ER. I've also put up the map, where is the closest ER. Not that far away, but takes like 20-25 minutes walking definitely. So perhaps like a public transport or taxi is more convenient when you actually need to go there. I was in the ER this spring, just broke a toe. Really, yeah, wasn't my proudest moment, but you know, I couldn't, where should I go? Pharmacy doesn't help. I needed to understand if it's broken or not. I had some, you know, dancing classes that I needed to go to. Can I dance? Can I not? I just went to the ER. There's like this pretty small initial fee, you know, you pay it, they do all the tests, look you over, and then tell you what to do. And about the 112, I just wanted to tell you like a really short story that you don't have to be embarrassed or worry about like with what kind of question you call them with. My brother, it was like a couple of years back, I think, my brother was yawning and his jaw got locked up like that. And he couldn't get it back. And you know, what do you do? And then he just called 112, somehow with his open mouth explained the situation. And you know, they were trying to advise him, he couldn't get it back. Then they sent the ambulance, and then somehow together with the doctors, he got it like back closed again in the normal position. But you know, this is, no, I mean, it's not that bad, but it's also fine if you call them with that kind of a problem. So don't worry. Okay, exploring Estonia. You should probably. You have a bunch of free time. You can do it on your own. You can do it with a student organization. Probably heard about ESN Taltech International Club. They organize some day trips in Estonia, then like longer trips outside of Estonia. You can go with them. You can go on your own. Sea is definitely something to, or the coastline, something to look at this in Estonia. We have islands, the bogs and wetlands are famous. We have really nice nature trails, but when you're in the nature, be aware of the snakes and ticks, just in case. This is a typical Estonian countryside, our bogs and nature trails. And then also a really popular thing amongst Estonians and foreigners is our national song and dance festival. It happened this year in the end of June. So I was also dancing there. Around 45,000 performers in both together, yeah, in dance and song festival, a whole bunch of spectators. And if you will be here with us until summer 2028, you are more than welcome to come and experience the next Song and Dance Festival with us. or you can come and visit during that time. So some other good to know things. We have 4 seasons, and during winter we usually have a bunch of snow and it's pretty cold, so be prepared. Yeah, and of course you can enjoy the snow and build a snowman. Then we have the spring, and in some places in Estonia there's a whole bunch of water. The snow melts and there's a water coming and not going away, and some people call it the 5th season, the flooded season. Then we have like rather cool summers. I think this year we had just like a couple of weeks proper summer where it was like 25 to 30 degrees, and other than that it was 20 to 23, and when you look inside I don't think we have summer anymore. And autumn, first it's colorful, then it gets pretty gray and rainy, but we do have berries and mushrooms and nuts that we can collect. In Estonia we sort waste. We also sort waste in Taltech, so probably you've already seen the trash bins, so be mindful, don't throw everything in one. The signs will help you out. And when you see the signs on bottles, whether it be plastic bottles, metal cans, glass bottles, when you see the signs, it means collect these bottles and bring them back to the stores where they have these like special machines, collecting machines. 1 bottle means 10 cents. If you have 10 bottles, you already have €1. One way to save up. It's good for you, it's good for nature. So don't throw them away. The police is your friend. Don't have to be afraid of them. When you have a problem, a question, and you see them, you can also just, if you feel comfortable, you can approach and ask. They help out. Then I added the link of Estonian post and parcel system. And one example, when I was in Hungary, I had so much stuff I needed to send back to Estonia, I couldn't take it with me. So just in case, you have the link if you want to use it. Some second-hand stores, links there. And it's also a thing that we don't usually wear shoes inside in Estonia. So be mindful of that. And yeah, e-Estonia. I briefly touched upon that in the first part of the presentation. E-government, e-voting. So I guess I'm not sure if we can say we're lazy, but we don't want to always go out, probably also because of the weather that we have, either it be snow or cold or rainy. So we prefer to do things at home, whether it be e-voting or we want to do some bank transactions, you can do it at home, or we want to do some other stuff, provide some documents. Then we have ID cards and digital signature, so we can do this at home. You know, prove that I am me. My neighbor is not me doing something on my behalf under my name. I can identify myself and do stuff. And we can also create a new company within 20 minutes on our PCs, which is pretty cool. A whole bunch of information to start off the school year, right? If you have any questions that have, we can answer some right now, but if you have any other questions coming up, you can ask your friends and course mates. If they don't know, or if you feel like maybe you can get some additional information somewhere, then in the university we have the student counseling office, where other fellow students will meet you and answer your questions. I've worked there for 3 years myself, so you can go with any question. I've answered how to order furniture at home, how to organize a party for my new friends, where is the best lunch and lunch prices. So, you know, any kind of question. If you have questions specifically related to your studies, you can go to your dean's office. Then perhaps the student ABC helps you out with some things. There's the orientation days webpage, settling in info, and then also a couple of Facebook Facebook groups that can be helpful. Maybe, you know, they ask some questions that have already been on your mind, you haven't got the answer to, or you want to meet like-minded people. With that being said, I really hope you enjoy your time in Estonia. Thank you. So let's do questions. If you want to, you can already, you know, ask them, or I'll just see if we have any in Slido. Is tap water in the dorms drinkable? Yes, it is. Let's wait. A bit more comfortable that way. Are we supposed to sort waste in the dormitories? Yes, to some extent. You can check which trash bins they have outside. Usually they have separately glass. So everything that doesn't have this, like this special mark on them that you can get, you can take back to the store and get money. If you have like, glassware, then this is separately. Paper and cardboard is separately. Bio waste is separately. And then depending on the trash bins, sometimes they have like this general waste and also packages either separately or together, depending on the trash bins. But you can check it out, what you see around the dormitory, and go about it that way. Where can I rent the skis for cross-country ski? I already have my skis, so I haven't had to rent. When you're going to like a resort kind of thing, I don't know if it's like a sports center, which is specialized for like winter sports, then they usually have the ski renting options as well. In Tallinn, you can Google, we can Google ourselves, you can try the student counseling office, definitely options. I think one like a sports center kind of thing is near here as well, Nõmme Sports Center, and I believe they also have like some winter sports stuff there as well that you can rent. Where can I get the haircut? We have a whole bunch of hair salons. Can't suggest anything. My hairdresser is actually my aunt, who is living in Tartu. You can try, definitely Googling, read the reviews, perhaps have some fellow students that have already been in Estonia for some time, have experiences. Yes? Yeah, we do. Yeah, I don't have myself, but I have a whole bunch of friends that have really nice nails. So, well, basically with the haircuts and nails and like other kind of treatments, we have a whole bunch of options. You just need to do some research, either ask around or Google and see what works for you. Whichever you like and whichever price is good for you. Any affordable breakfast and lunch options on campus, if not cooking for oneself? I'll start with that. If you are cooking for yourself and you want to take it with you and heat it up during school day, we have the student kitchen, which is in the main building right next to the Cafeina, if you've seen. There's the student kitchen with microwave, sink, fridge, some tableware, everything. Then we have some cafes. Cafes in the campus. One is in the economics building, which is with the code SOC, ground floor. There's a big cafe there. There's also one on the ground floor of library building. And then one is downstairs here on the ground floor. There's a Cafeina or kiosk, and then we have some in the campus as well. when you check the student.taltech.ee, which is the student portal, then all of the menus of the cafes in campus are there together. And I believe they also have addresses there. So if you're not sure, you can just put the address in the Google Maps and it will get you to the right place. But yeah, a bunch of options here. How is jaywalking regarded here? Can I get fined? Yes, you definitely can get fined if police sees you. So please use zebras, also for your own safety, you know. If you're just crossing the street wherever, accidents may happen. The drivers might not see you, especially when it's dark and you're not wearing a reflector. Just use zebras and be careful. Mm-hmm. What are the most affordable stores for grocery shopping? Let's see. If I'm going back, there's a couple I prefer that are close. I'll just... Okay, so there's this right here, Lidl, probably in Europe as well. So whoever is from Europe, you should be familiar with that. It was in Hungary as well. And then I prefer Maxima. So two of those. Maxima, I believe, is in Baltic countries as well. Latvian chain maybe, or Lithuanian. So I prefer those, but the discounts are different, so you can mix and match with different stores. Yeah, so question about transportation cards and like these monthly packages or something. We do, in Tallinn, we do have 1 hour ticket, 1 day ticket, probably a 1 week ticket and monthly ticket or something. Yeah, I think I linked there as well, or you can ask later. So the webpage is pilet.ee, basically ticket, but in Estonian. And it has all the information about the different kinds of tickets. So if you already know that you are driving a lot or riding around a lot and you want to get the monthly ticket, you can also buy that one and just use it. Yeah, when in other cities as well, you should be able to use that, or you need to, when going to other towns or cities in Estonia, probably just in case check it, like their packages and rules. And going between towns in Estonia, there is, I don't think there is, then it's like a one-time ticket. You just buy it, go to Tartu or some other town. Yes. Any other questions? You can also ask later. You can ask the student counseling office. So, yes. Okay, but then I will scroll back. And then I think we will continue on and we will get to know about the exchange studies. Yeah, and Kerli Rosima will come.
Hi everyone, my name is Kerli and I'm working in TalTech as an external studies manager. I haven't said that in English for a while, so sorry for the stutter. I'll give you a brief overview of the opportunities that you have as a TalTech student during your studies here. And whenever you have any questions, you can raise your hand or we can go over them through Slido afterwards. So the main option that our students normally use is semester studies, where they spend 1 or 2 semesters abroad in one of our partner universities. And the most popular program that our students use is Erasmus+. Maybe some of you have already heard about Erasmus before. Some of the, okay, good. perks of the Erasmus program is that we have a wide range of partner universities under this program. And another perk is as well that if you can get a spot in one of our partner universities, you will receive a scholarship as well. So this is most likely why it is most popular among our students. The second option is Nortec. It involves Scandinavian and Baltic technical universities. Most of them are already our Erasmus partner universities as well, but it somewhat widens the possibilities, especially for engineering students. So you can take a look at that as well. And another one is bilateral agreements, which means you can go and study outside of the European Union as well. Those agreements are mainly located in Asia. A couple of universities we have in the United States and Canada as well. And the only thing with these agreements is that there are no automatic scholarships. You still have a chance to go there. There are scholarship options, but they're not automatically given to you once you get approved to one of those partner universities. The period that you can stay abroad is 2 to 12 months. And normally our students go for 1 semester. It's kind of 50-50 with the spring and autumn semester, but sometimes they go for 1 semester to one university and then another semester to another one. So it's really up to you how you would like to use these opportunities if you would like to go abroad. I know you just arrived here. I'm not trying to get rid of you, but maybe you just want to have some experience in another European university as well. During 1 semester, you have to fulfill 15 ECTS credits abroad. That is compatible with your curriculum. You can always do more. This is the absolute minimum. And of course, as I mentioned, the scholarships that are connected with the Erasmus and Nortec possibilities, and some others as well. Currently, we have the additional application round for the upcoming spring semester. Since you did just start, you technically have the possibility to go already next spring. If that's too early, that is completely understandable. We will have a main application round in February for the upcoming academic year, so either autumn semester or a full academic year. But the current round is open until the 15th of September, so if that's something that you would like to do, you are more than welcome to do so. Another option, which is quite new, I would say, is the short-term and blended mobility. This gives the opportunity for us to fund the mobilities that are in between 5 to 30 days. It has to have a virtual period before or after the physical one, and you would need to receive at least 3 ECTS from this mobility. This is only under the Erasmus Plus program, and you will receive a scholarship for this opportunity as well. Based on these rules, many of our partner universities have come together and they've created these blended intensive programs, which normally last for 5 days for a specific topic. When they do organize these, we will post this information to our website. There's a database as well where you can check the blended and intensive programs, and sometimes we organize one as well. So there's different possibilities where this information can come to you. And these application rounds are open all year round. So whenever you find something interesting for yourself, and if you're not sure if it is suitable for this scholarship, then you can always let me know and we can check it and confirm or deny if it is possible or not. Third option is internship abroad, where we can fund 2 to 6 month long internships that are related to your studies. This is also under the Erasmus Plus program, and you would need to have at least 1 ECTS credit from that internship that you did abroad. Normally, all of you have an internship course in your curriculum, so you could use that one, and normally it is 6 ECTS. In some cases, it is more. But if you want to do your internship initially in Estonia and later on you would like to go abroad, there's another course that you can use, which is internship abroad course that gives you 6 ECTS, and it gives you the opportunity to go abroad once you have found a placement somewhere. We don't have necessarily a database for open internships abroad, but I'm sure each and every program has their practical curators, at least they used to have them before. So maybe those people or the Dean's Office can give you some hints where normally in your program the students have gone to, and you can try and find a place yourself as well. And this application round is also open all year round, and we normally recommend submitting your application at least 1 month before your internship actually starts. But the earlier you do that, the better it is. And fourth option, if you're not interested in really to go abroad, once again, then we have Eurotech. I'm pretty sure if you you might have heard of it already, but this network has virtual courses that you can take, and we currently have an additional application round for the current semester of some specific universities that you can still take. These are like additional courses. Some of them might suit to your curriculum as elective courses, but normally these courses will be transferred under your free choice model. And this option is open until September 8th. We will have another main application round for the upcoming spring semester sometime, I believe it was mid-October or so. So you will receive this information, well, in all socials and emails and everything. But this is for people who maybe would just like to try it out. All of these partners, well, most of them are our partners as well under Erasmus Plus program. So if you like the course and you start thinking that maybe I should go there physically for a semester as well, then technically that's a possibility. Now, all the three options that I mentioned, the semester studies, internship, and short term, you can submit your application through our SolarMove system. You can log in with your uni ID. You don't have to necessarily make a new account, and you will see all the open application rounds that we have. Normally on the application, you just need to put in your personal information about your studies here, and where would you like to go. If you plan on applying for semester studies, you have up to 3 university preferences that you can add to your application. And then just you have to add a couple of documents as well, such as CV, motivation letter, normally a short one, and a language certificate as well. Normally we are looking for English B2, which I'm sure you all have. And where to get more information? You can always contact me, you can email me, you can call me, you can come to the office. We are located in the second building, and we will also host an info session soon that is more focused on the current additional application round for spring semester, but we will go more in detail about all the possibilities that you have. If this QR code doesn't work, you can also sign up on our website, which is the daltech.ee and study abroad. On our website, you have a lot of information. You have all the partner universities that we have there. Erasmus partner universities are divided by the schools, and under each school, you can see the partner universities based on your program. So that's a good place to start if you plan on going for semester studies. That was a really brief overview. I'm not gonna go any more in detail because that will take a long time. So if you want to take that long time, then you're more than welcome to join the info sessions. But other than that, do you have questions? Yep. Yes, you can already apply for spring semester if you want to go. That's fine. Yeah, you can apply. There are no specific requirements. Along the way, some of the schools have GPA requirements, but for now, there's no GPA requirement for any of the schools if you are just started. But what we will check is the ranking, how you were admitted into the university. Normally for School of Information Technology, Estonian Maritime Academy, and School of Business and Governance, along the way, they require you to have a 3.0 GPA. So that's when you start applying in February. It's the same thing. Yep. Yes, you have to complete at least 15 ECTS, but it's better to do always more. Normally, students bring back around 20 to 25, but 15 is the absolute minimum that you have to do. It is connected with your scholarship. If you don't fulfill that requirement, then it might be that you have to return the scholarship. Any other questions? Do you have any? No? Everything is clear? Oh, yep. Yeah, of course. This option, each and every academic year, we have 2 application rounds. So whenever you feel comfortable applying, that's up to you. Right now, it's for spring semester, then in February, the upcoming one. So with the second year, normally it is, are you a bachelor student or? Okay. What I've heard so far is that going during your second year is probably the best option, because then you have already finished a year here. You have some credits already, some courses you have passed that can count as prerequisites in the host university. So the second year might be the best. So in this case, if you would plan that, then you would have to apply in February. Any other questions? Nope. I will leave some of the flyers up there somewhere. So if you want to have a physical flyer, you can pick it up later on somewhere there in that area. But other than that, if you don't have any other questions, thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Kerli. And now, as our third and last presentation, we will hear about the International House of Estonia and its services. And Sandra Rebane, please.
So, good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for inviting me here. And I would then indeed give you a tour about Estonia, and if you would decide to perhaps even start working during the courses of your studies. I am Sandra, I'm a project manager working at a governmental program called Work Estonia. And before we can get started, I have to talk a little bit about the history. So Work Estonia was created because now we can say 10 years ago, Estonia's representatives were going around all the world job fairs and introducing ourselves as, hi, we are a country, we have companies. But the receiving end was always, what was the name of your company again? So we decided to change that narrative. We opened a website where only English-speaking job ads are there, different marketing campaigns, videos, social media, reels, or whatnot ever. We have this particular guy called Steve, who is a made-up character, and his video is the next up.
It's hard to lose connection in Estonia. Right now I'm connected to the internet because it's everywhere. Digital society, such Estonia. That's how I stay connected to my colleagues while doing my job. From the bog.
You say you're in the bog? Hey, I'm in a sauna.
And I feel myself connected to Mother Earth. 20 minutes from any place, and you're surrounded by nature. Just log in. You get it. Nothing's too far here, but that doesn't mean Estonia is small. It's well optimized.
Do you think that's air you're breathing now?
Yeah, you gotta try to breathe in Estonia. Breathe in Estonia. Try to connect to the real cloud. This place is crazy. Looks like a glitch in the Matrix, but this is where I find connection. With myself. That's the real work-life balance. This is the life.
So these next slogans that I'm going to be talking about, most of Northern Europe uses these ones. So if we're talking about great work-life balance, since you're studying, then no one is prohibiting you from working full-time. But if you fail on your studies, then your residence permit will be cancelled, right? But if you go and choose a part-time job, even a full-time, okay. If you go to work at 9, you finish at 5 o'clock, you go and spend time with your friends, you study, that's completely okay. If you then go to your boss on a Thursday evening, you let them know, hey, I've actually finished all of my tasks, my work, everything. Chances are your Fridays may be, free for you. This is Estonia. Then career boost. What I always say is that if you're young and you're ambitious, you have bright ideas, you want to share them with your teammates, with your boss, and you're not an asshole along the way of it, you will get promoted actually quite fast. Clean environment. TalTech is located right next to the forest. You can use the walking paths, the nature trails, everything. If you do take the train outside of Tallinn, you will be surrounded by the forest within 10 minutes as well. We don't litter. All of our beaches are clean if you have the option to visit them, so clean up after yourselves. And number 1, digital society. Is there anyone here who can tell me what was the only service as of last year, December, that was not available to do online? Like everything, you can do everything online. There was just one thing that you were not able to do online. Any guesses? You have to still, like getting a personal code, we still have to identify you. You had an idea. Correct. Come here, I'll give you an award. So indeed, getting a divorce was not available, but that was done digital too. You're welcome. So what that means is that if you now have a partner and you want to either get married or divorced, you grab your ID cards or your temporary residence permit cards, you plug them into your laptop and you start the registration process. You still, in order to complete everything, you still have to see an official. So what else is under this digital society? We declare our taxes within 2 to 3 minutes because everything is automatically filled for us. We have an online system for cattle to count your sheep, your cows and whatnot. We have e-grave system, e-death registry. Our birth rate, everything is up online. That's how digital we are. So if you now are indeed curious about staying here for a longer time, then workinestonia.com has all of the information for you in a very clear, concise, easy manner. So look it up, everything about banking, taxation, pension not applicable for you, but maybe you will be interested if you're planning on staying here for a longer time. Schooling system for the kids, language, anything, you name it. University counseling, I just walked through here as well. On basically every wall there is also mentioned that if you want to get counseling in regards to working, get in touch with the university. They also have specialists here. Friends and acquaintances. There is a picture on our wall at the International House of Estonia office. Says that basically there is someone in the room who might have a phone number to the Estonian president. I recently discovered I have about 2 people before me until I will actually have a phone number to the Estonian president. I'm thinking maybe. So this is how small Estonia is. Let's say that you will be going and you're gonna apply for a job, and then someone will know that's someone who you applied to or applied for. So best would be to leave a good impression of yourself. Also, there's one thing, if you indeed do finish your job, you decide to end it, always leave with good atmosphere. Don't leave on bad terms, because people may know that, hey, you worked there, you ended it on bad terms. People may start talking, right? Estonia is small. About the International House of Estonia, we are located in Ülemiste city. So who arrived by plane? We are essentially right next to the airport. We are indeed here for you. We are governmental. We are free of charge for you. There's no fine line, no fine print, no red dots, no nothing in between. We do have many services and consultations which do require a pre-booking. So what do we have? Please raise your hand who here does not have the Estonian ID code. Most of you, right? So if you have the time, book a time. I will show you the website in a moment. Book a time by our place. We will do the ID code for you. Also, if you're staying here for a longer time, EU citizens, you get to register your place of stay, your address, if you have the lease contract. The lease contract has to be either digital or physical, and the owner's signature has to be on it. If you have a digital contract, it's going to be within a file that you cannot open. Don't worry about it. We can open it, you cannot. In regards to the migration process, the last presenter spoke about the Erasmus program. If you then will have questions about your visa questions or your residence permit, anything like that, if you talk amongst yourselves, those are going to be what? Opinions, right? We have the Estonian Police and Border Guard Board with us twice a week, 45 minutes of dedicated time just for you. They will look into the system with your ID code, check exactly when did you arrive into the country, what are your grounds, if you can extend your visa, if you can apply for a residence permit, anything like that. Facebook is a thing in Estonia. All the information goes around there. There are many expat groups. Please don't ask your migration-related questions on those groups. Please turn to us. We have the Police and Border Guard Board who can check everything out for you and explain everything for you. Navigate the Estonian labor market. It's completely understandable if you don't use that service within the first year of your studies, if you graduate students here, right? So if you want to understand how your CV is supposed to look like in the Estonian labor market, then we have the career specialists over from the Unemployment Insurance Fund. They will also look over the motivation letter and go over the interview process with you. A heads up, having a motivation letter is the key in your hiring process. Please don't forget about it. Please don't make it heavily ChatGPT. Make it personal. I will give you an example of a CV also that I saw. That sometimes we have to print out the CVs. And there was this one guy who came in. So on the top there was this CV, then a picture, and then here was his quote, "I love beer." And on the picture was him standing in front of these beer-making kegs. And he came back for a second time. We were instructed to print out the CV again. It looked exactly the same. So I went to my colleague, checked like, hey, why didn't he change it? What's up with that? It doesn't get him in anywhere, right? And my colleague let me know that the guy is that stubborn and adamant that he refused to change it. His idea was to make his own beer-making company, but he was lacking the funds for it. So he needed to apply for jobs, right? But with this, I like beer and standing in front of beer kegs, it doesn't fly in Estonia, right? In regards to business, if you have an idea to make another unicorn, another startup, you just want to, expand your horizons, we also have business consultations. Everything is individual. You don't have to worry about someone else being in the room with you. If you come with your friends, you can take it one by one. Everything is individual. Hinting once again, everything is free of charge because the government understands that we also need you guys here and we want to help you out. So this is why International House of Estonia has also been created. It was opened back in 2018. In regards to learning the language, it's best for you to find a local here who would then maybe practice Estonian with you 5 to 10 minutes a day. Because if you tell Estonian more than the average tere, hello, tere, palun, aitäh, head aega. If you can also say, mida sa tegid nädalavahetusel? What did you do during the weekend? Estonians will automatically be like, oh, you're one of us now. So try to study something, try to learn some more phrases that you could use. Webinars, I'm not going to bug you more about these, but they will start again from September. Webinars about taxation, volunteering, pension, adaptation to the Estonian culture and whatnot. You can find these from our Facebook page. And culture and people as well, we do understand that you may be having questions that, hey, I'm walking around the street or I'm standing at a bus station and the Estonians, they either don't look at me or they look at me with a very pissed off face. We do know that we see very frosty and cold. Don't be, so to say, be mindful of it, that older people, they were born in a certain age where they were essentially punished when they were smiling on the streets. Legit. So, but nowadays, young people, they're smiling, they're very helpful, and if you indeed manage to find a local, we will warm up to you, okay? Going over this to-do list too. Get your ID code. We need your passport, like physical passport. It cannot be a copy on your phone or a picture on your phone. A real passport, your ID card from an EU country. And where can you get one? You can get it from International House of Estonia or any Tallinn City Municipality office. Why should you turn to us? Because we have a very young, lovely lady who speaks English very well. And if you should have any other questions, we can also, help you out. If you go to these municipality offices, there are ladies indeed who speak English, but it may not be that good, and they may not be able to assist you with other questions that you may have. Registering your address for EU citizens, you can do it straight away because you have the right to live in a EU state. For non-EU residents, you still have to register it after you get your residence permit. Residence permit is needed for non-EU citizens, for those students who will be here for longer than 1 year. Non-EU citizens who are here than less than a year, you do not need to register your address because you simply cannot. Magic happens also if you get your ID code and register your address. You get to travel free of charge with the public transportation, tram, bus, train. And you can get the card. There are new ones. They are blue now, but most locals, you call it the green card because it used to be green. New ones are in blue. Costs around 2 to 3 euros. In order to use it, you have to have your ID code, address registered, and we will personalize the transportation card for you too. Skip this. I need every one of you to take out your phones. You guys leaving too, I need you to take out your phones and scan in this QR code, and I need you to bookmark this page. This will lead you to our website that we have created specifically for you. This is hidden. This is made for the international students. It will show you our Steve, again, with many of his reels on how to survive the Estonian winter, how the main thing that you will be eating in offices is going to be kohuke. And it will lead you to the consultations page, where you can book the consultation for yourself. Please book the ID code consultations from there, address registration consultations, everything. So this page, please bookmark this. If everyone has done this, then I want to show you this. Please open this too. It will lead you to our relocation guide. This is also done by Work in Estonia. It's our baby, so to say. It's a very easy 20 to 30 minute read, everything about Estonia. If we can all now, please turn to page number 57. 57. There's a thing called the bucket list. I want to scratch one thing off here together with all of you. There's one thing basically in the middle of the page. There's a word. Try to say the word jää. So jää is the edge of the ice. Another thing, a couple of things from this bucket list that you can try to do. Order coffee in Estonian. Maybe you can find a local who will take you to the bogs to see the sunset. Bogs in August, oh my God. Like the orange sky, it's going to be amazing. If you go in the morning, if you go in the evening, try to find a local. During Christmas time, eat blood sausage. Eat peas directly from the field is a tricky one. Chances are you may have to ask the field owner permission if you can eat those peas. But yeah, so I know that when I went to Tallinn University, that the people had this already in mind, that they were trying to cross these things out. So page 57, bucket list from our relocation guide. And I have one last video to show you. Oops.
Tere. Hello. Are you new here? Great. We have answers to all your questions. Welcome to the International House of Estonia. Anything from daily basics to immigration procedures, we are here for you. Our consultants can help you with everything from family-related questions to taxes and business environment in Estonia. You can book a one-on-one consultation or attend a fruitful seminar to give you some insights. Or webinar. We have it all. If you want to hang out, our networking events can make you feel more comfortable here in Estonia. And as an added bonus, you meet new people. To know more, follow us on Facebook. As a digital country, we of course offer online consultations. All our services are free of charge. Book now or come visit us. workinestonia.com/internationalhouse.
So this QR code will once again lead you to the website that I told you that is only secret for international students. The email address on the video you saw, this ihe at workinestonia.com, both work. Hello at workinestonia.com also works. You can reach me on that email too, because my next slide is going to be what are your questions? And usually what happens is that no one asks me anything, and as soon as I leave the room, then you are bombarding me because you don't want to ask your questions in front of everyone, which is understandable. I have one last notebook to give away. So my question is, does anyone know what my last name means? Rebane. It's not Rebane, it's Rebane. Yes. So here's the notebook for you. I also brought many other goodies, some brochures. There you go. Some white notebooks too. So if you go outside of this room, I understand you will be snacking. So you have a read later on there as well. So any questions, anything? Yes. Estonian ID code, correct. Your university needs the ID code in order to register you also.
Yeah, when you were immatriculated or, started in university, you are here, so you have started university. You each have your personal university ID code, which is called UniID. So there's a username and there's a password. And with that username and password, you can log into Study Information System, ÕIS, to Moodle, to university computers, to your university email, all these things. Yes, you can go to Moodle with your UniID. In Saltec, the uni ID is enough. Yeah.
Yep. So this residence permit consultation is all about migration. So it's just our Police and Border Guard Board advisors are there. You have a specific question. Let's say you want to travel a day to Finland. Can you do so? So they will check exactly what type of your legal stay ground is. No, you cannot get any cards. No, you cannot get these from us. You can only get the Estonian ID code from us, and we can register the address and the transportation card for you. Yes, but applying for the residence permit and applying for the ID card, that can only be done at the Police and Border Guard Board. I understand that Victoria was here earlier in the day from the Police and Border Guard Board. I understand there's so much information. Your head is filled with information. So this relocation guide also, I hope that you bookmark it too. The relocation guide in the beginning pages also shows you the migration journey for you. That if you get lost at some point of the way, it's here. Yeah, this also tells you where to go to. For non-EU residents, for EU citizens, everything is covered in here. Did that answer your question? Yes. So you will be needing Estonian ID code to book the personal ID code consultation. If you're from the EU, you also want to register your address. There's a 2-in-1 consultation. Yep. Anything else? Yep.
Can we get the Estonian ID code before we get our TRP?
Yes, you can. Yes. Yes. Visa holders, you cannot register your address though. If you're here for less than a year, you will not be needing a residence permit, and therefore you also cannot register your address. Why? Because you're here with a D visa, and you have to have the residence permit, and that's your last step in order to like secure or activate the residence permit. Anyone else? Anything? Yes. Where are you from? Non-Europe, right? So you can still get your Estonian ID code without the residence permit because your university will be needing the ID code. Essentially not, because the Police and Border Guard Board actually makes the ID code. So scratch that now. You can get the ID code from our side, but if you guys would not be students, if you would be, let's say, employees coming to Estonia straight away to work, then you would be going to the Police and Border Guard Board, apply for the residence permit, you would wait, let's say 2 months, and then you would get the ID code with the residence permit. Where are you from? Azerbaijan. How long are your studies? 3 years. So you definitely need a residence permit because the visa will only be available until 1 year, right? So you have to apply for a residence permit. No. No. Different things. I'm going to confuse everyone if I keep talking because the migration process is so it's like there's so much information. If you're from a non-EU, you're staying here for longer than 1 year. Your studies are for 3 years. Your visa will not be enough. You have to apply for a residence permit. Your basis for it will be that you're studying in a university. Your proof for it will be your university contract. You have to register your address after you get the residence permit. you have to register it within 30 days. If you don't register it after 30 days after getting your residence permit, you're in trouble. From the same place where you will be getting your Estonian ID code. It can be from us, from International House of Estonia, or from a local municipality office. It cannot be registered at the Police and Border Guard Board. Keep this in mind. It will show you everything, okay? Correct. No. Non-EU citizens cannot register before getting the residence permit. Yeah, absolutely, yes. Yep. Because that number will straight away go to this Rahvastikuregister, population registry, and the Police and Border Guard Board can see it from there, yes. They see that you already have it when they're making the residence permit for you. Do you know what's the funniest question that the International House of Estonia got? There was this one guy who came in, asked one of our colleagues that, hey, my daughter is turning 5 tomorrow. I want to get her a present. Okay, sure. What do you want to get her? What's the question? Where can I buy a live chicken? So this is the funniest question that we have got. So many questions. Of course, we get questions from the other end of the spectrum too. Not where can I buy a dead chicken, but if someone has passed away, relatives or whatnot, like psychological things as well. Mental health questions come also to our way. So there's not one person who would leave our place without getting an answer. If me or my colleague doesn't know the answer, then we know exactly to who to turn you to. Anyone else? So we are open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 until 4:30. Please do not come in at 4:10. We will not be able to offer you anything because making the ID code for you also takes some effort. You have to fill in a form. My colleague has to type it in, verify you. So try to book the consultation from our website that was shown here, that is specifically made for you. Thank you for your time, and I wish you all the best in your studies.
So thank you very much for being with us here today. I hope you got some things clarified, some new information, some useful information. If you have any other questions, you can ask. You can ask the student counseling office, call them, email them, go to them, contact study@taltech.ee, ask your questions. Don't be alone. But right now, we are finished. Let's go to the lobby and have a snack and enjoy some music and chat. Thank you.